Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. You're watching Closing Your Income Gap, a strategy briefing session designed specifically for families who are within about 10 years of retirement or are already retired and want a clear, guaranteed path to financial certainty. My name is Joe, and I'm one of the founding partners of aboutannuities.org. And for the last 20 years, I've helped over 500 families answer the one question that keeps most pre-retirees up at night. Do I actually have enough? And will it last? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what your income gap is, why most strategies fail to close it, and the step-by-step system we use to guarantee income for life. Let's get started. Quick overview of what we'll cover today, and I want to be upfront with you. This is not a sales pitch. This is a financial education session. We're going to walk through 5 things together. First, we'll define the income gap, what it is, and why it's the most important number in your retirement plan. Second, I'll show you why the traditional approach to retirement income is broken for today's retirees. Third, I'll walk you through the 3-part system that closes the gap permanently. Fourth, we'll look at 3 real client stories, real families, real numbers, real outcomes. And fifth, I'll tell you about your next step, a free, no-obligation income gap analysis. Let me share 3 numbers with you that changed how I think about retirement planning, and they might change how you think about it too. 57%. That's the share of pre-retirees who have absolutely no idea what their monthly income gap actually is. Not an estimate, no idea. You might be one of them, and that's okay. That's why you're here. $1,847. That's the average monthly shortfall between what retirees actually need and what they have guaranteed. Almost $2,000 a month, every single month, that has to come from somewhere. 73%. Nearly 3 out of 4 retirees who run short of money. It was preventable. A gap closing plan would have made all the difference. Here's the thing. The income gap isn't a crisis. It's a math problem, and math problems have solutions, but you have to know your number first. The income gap is actually very simple math. Let me show you with a hypothetical example. Say a couple needs $7,500 a month to cover their lifestyle in retirement. Housing, food, healthcare, travel, the buffer for unexpected expenses. That's their number. Now, what's actually guaranteed? Social Security brings in $3,400. They have a part-time job producing $800 a month. No pension, no annuity income yet. So they have $4,200 coming in every month, guaranteed. $7,500 minus $4,200 equals $3,300 every single month. That's the gap. That's the number we have to close. Not hope it closes itself, not wish away, but guarantee against. Because here's the thing, that gap shows up whether the market is up, whether you're healthy, whether you planned perfectly or not. It just shows up every month for the rest of your life. The question is, do you have a plan to close it? Guaranteed. Now I want to talk about why most retirement strategies fail to close the income gap. And it comes down to 3 risks that most advisors don't talk about enough. The first is sequence of returns risk. This one is sneaky and it's devastating. If the market drops 30% in the first year of your retirement while you're pulling income out, that loss is permanent. Even if markets fully recover, your account never does. Your gap doesn't just stay open, it widens. The second is longevity risk. A 65-year-old couple today has a 50% chance that one of them lives past 90. That's 25 years of income. Most plans are built for 15 or 20 years. That other 5 to 10 years is where the gap becomes a crisis. And the third is inflation risk. Your $3,300 gap today, in 20 years at modest inflation, that becomes a $5,800 gap. A strategy that ignores inflation silently widens your gap every single year, even when everything else goes right. Here's the hard truth. The 4% withdrawal rule, the diversified portfolio, just stay invested. These strategies were built for wealth accumulation, not income distribution. They are the wrong tool for the job we're actually trying to do. Hope is not a strategy. A guaranteed income plan is. So, we know what the gap is. We know why the old playbook fails. Now let's talk about the solution. The system that closes the income gap has 3 parts. Know it, fix it, guarantee it. Let's walk through each one. Step 1 is deceptively simple, and almost nobody does it. You have to know your exact income gap. That means 3 things. First, mapping every income source, Social Security, any pension, rental income, part-time work, dividends, every dollar you can actually count on today. Second, defining your true expenses. Not a budget worksheet, a real retirement lifestyle number. The one that includes the healthcare costs, the travel, the gift giving, the unexpected bills life always brings. And third, subtracting one from the other. That's your gap, your personal number. You know what surprises most people? They've never actually done this. They've estimated, they've guessed, they've assumed Social Security will cover most of it. In our very first 30-minute conversation, that's all it takes. We calculate this together. You walk away knowing your number. No jargon, no spreadsheet complexity, just clarity. Step 2 is where we build what I call your income floor. Think of it as a pyramid. At the base, you have Social Security, your guaranteed foundation. Some people also have a pension or other guaranteed income streams sitting on that base. But for most people, those sources alone don't reach the lifestyle they've worked for. That's the gap. And that's exactly where a guaranteed income rider comes in. It's designed to fill the precise dollar amount that's missing. Once the floor is in place, once every dollar of monthly need is covered by guaranteed income, everything else changes. Your investment portfolio isn't under pressure to produce income anymore. It can grow. It can be left alone. It can serve as a legacy. The floor is everything below the line, guaranteed for life. The upside is everything above: growth, travel, legacy, flexibility. When the floor is solid, the rest of your financial life gets to breathe. Let me explain the actual tool that closes the gap, because there's a lot of confusion about how annuities work. And once you understand this, it all clicks. Inside a fixed indexed annuity with an income rider, there are actually 2 separate values running side by side. The first is your account value, your actual cash. It participates in market gains but is protected from losses. It's what you can access, withdraw, or leave to your heirs. The second is called the benefit base. Think of this as the income engine. It grows at a guaranteed rate, often 7 to 8% per year, regardless of what the market does. But here's the key: you can't cash it out. It exists for one purpose: to calculate your guaranteed lifetime income. Think of it like a car with an unlimited mileage warranty. The car is your cash value, you own it. The warranty is the benefit base. It guarantees income no matter how long you drive it. The benefit base never goes down, even in a market crash. Even if you live to 100, that's the guarantee that closes the gap. The third step is critical: and it's one I want every person watching to really hear. Guarantee it now, because every year you wait permanently widens your gap. Here's the math, and these are real numbers. Same $300,000 premium. Income starting at age 65. If you invest that $300,000 at age 53, you receive $4,691 a month at age 65, guaranteed every month for life. That's $1.4 million by age 90. Wait until 57, $3,473 a month. Wait until 60, $2,777. Wait until 65, $1,925. Waiting 12 years costs you $2,766 a month in guaranteed income. That's $33,000 a year, every single year, for the rest of your life. That gap doesn't close itself, it grows. I'm not saying act today out of fear. I'm saying understand the math and make a decision with full information. That's all I ever ask. Before I show you these client stories, I want to pause for just a second. If what you've heard so far has you thinking about your own situation, your own gap, your own numbers, I want you to know that the calendar link is right below this video. You can book a complimentary income gap analysis with me directly. It's 30 minutes. No obligation. We'll run your actual numbers together, and you'll leave knowing exactly where you stand. You don't have to wait until the end of the video to do that. If you're ready now, go ahead and grab a time. I'd love to talk, but if you want to stick with me for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you 3 real families who came to me with real gaps and exactly how we close them. Because sometimes the most powerful thing I can show you isn't a strategy or a chart. It's someone who is sitting exactly where you are right now and what happened when they finally got their number. Let's look at their stories. Robert and Linda came to me at 63 and 62. They had $800,000 saved, which sounds like a lot until you calculate the gap. They needed $5,800 a month. Social Security covered $3,200. Their gap, $2,600 every month. Robert was doing what most people do, withdrawing 4% a year and hoping the market cooperated. Every market dip meant a sleepless night. Linda worried she'd become a burden to their children. Here's what we did. $473,000 went into an annuity with a guaranteed income rider, generating $2,666 a month for life. Combined with Social Security, they now had $5,866 guaranteed every month. The remaining $327,000 stayed invested and growing. Robert told me, "I slept through the last market correction without touching my phone." Linda said, "Now I know exactly how much I have for the rest of my life." Margaret's situation was different, and honestly, it's one of the most common I see. Her husband had always handled the finances. When he passed away, she came to me overwhelmed, lost, and drawing down savings with no income plan. She had a 401k, an old IRA, a life insurance policy, no strategy connecting any of it, and a gap of $2,100 a month she had no way to fill. We put $314,000 into an annuity with an income rider, $2,100 a month for life. The remaining $306,000 stayed invested for growth and emergencies. And for the first time, she had an income map she could actually understand. Margaret now receives $3,900 a month, guaranteed, Social Security plus annuity. She told me, "For the first time since losing my husband, I feel like myself again." Clarity replaced confusion. Certainty replaced fear. David was 58, planning to retire at 62, $1.2 million in savings, and his previous advisor had never once talked to him about where his income would actually come from in retirement. He was 100% in mutual funds. Every market drop pushed his retirement date back. He had assets, but zero income plan. The gap was invisible to him. Here's the insight we gave David. Accumulation and distribution are completely different games. Building wealth requires growth. Closing the income gap requires guarantees. Most advisors are only trained for one of those. We put $500,000 into an annuity with a 20% bonus and 7% annual roll-up. By 62, his benefit base had grown to over $786,000, generating $4,125 a month for life. The remaining $700,000 stayed invested and accessible. His result, $8,125 a month, guaranteed at 62 for life. He planned for 4 years. He benefits for 30 plus. Before I tell you about your next step, I want to address the 4 objections I hear most often, because they're based on myths. Myth 1, annuities are too expensive. Reality, income riders typically cost 0.5% to 1.2% annually. That's the price of a guarantee that lasts your entire life. Compare that to the cost of running out of income at 85. Myth 2, if I die early, I lose everything. Reality, modern annuities include death benefits, return of premium riders, and joint life options. Your heirs receive any remaining account value. Myth 3, I can do better in the market. Reality, maybe. But can you guarantee you won't run out of income? An income rider isn't an investment. It's insurance against outliving your money. Myth 4, I need my money to stay liquid. Reality, we typically only use 30 to 50% of assets to close the income gap. The rest stays fully invested and accessible. The annuity handles income. Your portfolio handles everything else. I want to take a moment and paint a picture, because closing your income gap isn't really about numbers. It's about what your life actually feels like when those numbers are solved. Stay in your home. One of the top fears I hear is, Joe, I don't want to be forced to downsize. When your income is guaranteed, you decide if and when you move. Not a bad market year, not your bank account. You. Give without guilt. Most people don't want to just protect what they have. They want to be generous. Help a grandchild with college. Take the whole family on a trip. When your income floor is solid, generosity stops being scary and starts being effortless. Sleep through corrections. I had a client tell me after a rough market week, Joe, I didn't even check my account. Think about that. Markets can crash. Your income can't. Monday morning feels completely different. Leave a legacy. Because your income needs are covered, your remaining portfolio stops getting drained and starts becoming something you leave behind for the people you love. Know your number, always. Imagine waking up every day of retirement knowing, not guessing, not hoping, exactly what's coming in. No spreadsheets, no anxiety, just clarity. Face health events calmly. Something is going to happen. And when your income is guaranteed, a health event stays a health event. It doesn't become a financial crisis, too. Here's what I want you to take away. Closing your gap isn't about giving something up. It's about buying yourself the one thing money can't buy on its own: certainty. And certainty changes everything. Here's exactly how we work together. 5 steps starting with a 30-minute conversation. Step 1, income discovery. We map every income source and every expense. No jargon, just clarity on where you stand today. Step 2, gap analysis. We calculate your exact monthly shortfall. The number is often smaller than people fear. Step 3, income blueprint. We design your personal income floor, the right mix of annuities, Social Security optimization, and investment income. Step 4, product selection. We shop multiple carriers to find the income rider with the best roll-up rate and payout for your specific situation. And step 5, annual review. Your plan evolves as life changes. We make sure the floor stays solid and the upside keeps growing. Here's your next step, and I want to be clear about what this is and what it isn't. It's a free 30-minute income gap analysis. No obligation, no pressure, no product pitch. In that conversation, we'll calculate your exact monthly income gap, your personal number. We'll show you what a customized gap closing plan could look like. We'll identify which strategy fits your timeline, your assets, and your income needs. And here's my promise, you'll leave knowing your number, whether you become a client or not. Most people wait. They tell themselves they'll think about it. And then another year passes, and the gap gets wider, and the options get fewer. If the information you heard today resonated with you, if even part of you is wondering what your number actually is, book the session. It takes 30 minutes, and it costs you nothing. Pick a time below or visit aboutannuities.org right now. I'd love to help you close your gap. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'll leave you with this. The goal isn't to have the most money in retirement. It's to never have a gap you can't fill. Closing your income gap isn't giving up control. It's taking the ultimate control over your future. Book your income gap analysis call below, or go to aboutannuities.org to find more educational pieces. I look forward to talking with you soon. And remember, income greater than expenses is the key to a successful retirement plan.